Performer coming up tonight is a person who has been very kind to me over the years and who also runs a lot of shows in New Brunswick and runs a show called the Comedy Manifest Show, which is a monthly show, and does an open mic at the Court Tavern, which I think is happening tomorrow, I hear. And I remember when I was a student here being a guy who was really obsessed with comedy, and there wasn't any, and I wish there was. So I wanted to make sure I supported someone who is making that happen, and I'm sure providing opportunities for the depressed kids of the current generation that I wish I had. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chelsea Moroski.
Yay, oh my god, hi, how are you? You guys excited? Oh my god, it's all happening so fast. Okay, I see that most of you here are millennials, right? Is that a thing for you? I consider myself the millennial for sure. I just don't get the purpose of old people anymore. I'm not super into the idea of them just because they represent everything I hate about my own vagina. Just wrinkles have developed over the years. Get those extraneous hairs where you didn't think they were gonna be. Smell like a stale bag of bugles. Super disgusting. I don't really like human interaction super much. Surprise. But I listen to podcasts a lot of the time. That's a thing for me. And I was listening to a podcast once, and the man on the podcast said that time was a sequence you couldn't escape from, and something washed over me, and soft music started to play, and I started to cry, because I didn't have to feel guilty for masturbating to Ghost Hunters International anymore. It's like those small learning moments where you're like, I'm a human being. Absolutely great. I was just listening to another one recently, and they were saying how your dead ancestors are reincarnated as your pets. I was like, that's interesting. How many times has my Mima seen me masturbate? Weird. I always loved Pepper the cat. Anyway. Oh my god, my housemates are here. They know the cat of which I speak. Right, okay, so, right? Oh my god. So, a lot of the time I like to think about if, I failed the Dove campaign or if the Dove campaign failed me. Does anyone else think about that ever? I'm eagerly awaiting the Love Your Lumps campaign, where it's not 3 women in t-shirts and boxer brief underwear dancing to soft jazz music. It's me and my 2 other friends sharing a family-sized bag of Doritos, trying to figure out which crop tops make our tits look the perkiest. But boobs are the best. I love boobs. I love boobs on other people. They are just they're soft pancake things that you can touch whenever you want. With consent, obviously. I'm an 8th wave feminist, but you could just touch them. It's the best. But I can't seem to, like my own. I can't really get into the idea of my own boobs. If oh my god. I feel train myself to fall asleep facing down so they don't separate from the rest of me and have conversations with each other while I sleep. That they're 2 really annoying stepchildren who I can't really take care of. If I don't keep them strapped down to me and I don't attend to them every couple of minutes, I know I'm gonna lose them at an amusement park or ShopRite or something. ShopRite, it happens all the time. They just run off. They just really want Rolos, and it's fucking stupid Rolos. But I was siphoning some advice off of an uncle at Christmas, a really successful uncle, and by successful I mean he owns one house. One thing that I really never do, ever. But I was asking him how to get my shit together, because obviously that's me right now. And he was like, you know what? You're beautiful, you're smart, you're great. All you need to do is just create a 5-year plan. You're gonna be fine. You just gotta get your shit together. You're gonna be fine. And I was like, thank you, Uncle Ray, for that. But we all know I can't commit to that right now. So it's gonna be a 3-year plan. Year number 1, get my credit score over 600. Year number 2, acquire 1 cat for my own ownage. And number 3, join the ranks of the Illuminati. Does anyone else know when Illuminati auditions are? I'm very excited. in this space in New Brunswick on Saturday night. But yeah, like people like rag on the Illuminati all the time, like, oh, New World Order, oh, that sucks. And it's like, no, dude, like best case scenario, like your life is a Feeling Myself music video where you're like chowing down cheeseburgers with your BFF Beyonce, and then like worst case scenario, your family gets a VH1 reality show. You know? Like I'm like very, very into the idea of being in the Illuminati eventually in 3 years. I'll figure it out. But like I said, I'm like young or whatever, it's fine. But it's like the last couple of years have been like a demystification process of sorts. In like my early 20s, like I know there's no more magic left in the world anymore, you know? Like some people are never gonna have clean water. Like I'm never not gonna have hair on my toes. Like we all have those like separate crosses to bear in our lives, but if there are two things that I've learned in this life, it's that if you're wearing a t-shirt that says nerd on it, you're probably not a nerd, and that people are completely unpredictable all the time. You can't control other people. I would love to, but I can't. One night I was feeling super, super good. I was coming out of work. I work at an ice cream shop. I like shoveled a fuck ton of ice cream in my mouth and no one yelled at me for it. Made a bunch of tips, just like bopping to Rihanna, feeling really, really good. And a car of men like passed by me and rolled down their window and screamed, "Hey bitch, do you give blowjobs?" And I was like, I guess. It seemed like everything like slowed down for like a fleeting moment, and I looked into the car and it looked like 3 carbon copies of Dwayne from Full House, Kimmy Gibbler's boyfriend. It was fucking crazy. And like the first thing I thought afterwards was like, what's the deal with fat chicks and blowjobs? Like what is the correlation there? Everyone says it. I don't know. Like I said that at another show, at an open mic at a vegan co-op, actually. I know. And a guy who was like slurping down like a hummus wrap in the back was like, maybe it's because they're hungry for dick. And I was like, you know what? Fair assumption, absolutely. You know what? It'd be cool if like I stopped slurping down ice cream and just started slurping down your weird vegan chode. Thanks, sir. So nice. So nice. But yeah, I have a terrible food service job. Does anyone else have one of those? Is that a thing for anyone? Yeah. Really? No one? No one in New Brunswick hates their job? Okay. But there are some like upsides to like having a shitty job. I don't know. I interact with a lot of terrible people, a lot of terrible strangers who will assign me pet names when we first start talking to each other, right? Like, oh, sweetie, can I have an extra spoon? Like, have a great day, babe. Can you recount my change, Angel? Or like whatever. Someone did call me Angel once, and I was like, there was nothing angelic about me, like wiping the Oreo crumbs out of my mustache too. Like, but yeah, they make me super, super uncomfortable. I want to like, you know, recharge, go in the back, watch some Ghost Hunters International, and just do it. Yeah. But like, it's weird because like, if you don't have your fingers inside of me on like at least a semi-regular basis, or you're not my dad, you probably shouldn't be calling me sweetie. You know. My name's Chelsea Moroski.